Today is all about showing you guys our current living situation. We live with Brad's parents right now, and we've been here since November, and it is August. So we're going to show you every single piece of how we've infiltrated their house. Let's go. This is the kitchen space. We do share the kitchen space with Brad's parents. The nice thing is that we kind of have opposite schedules. So they eat dinner early, they wake up early and eat breakfast early, and we're a little bit later than them. So we're never really in each other's way. We keep some of our food in the fridge. We have one cupboard up there that we keep all of our like dry storage items. And I'll show you the next room, which has more kitchen stuff in it. This is Brad's little sister's old room. And so as you can see, there's still a twin bed in here, but this is kind of where we keep like everything. This is our storage room. We keep our clothes in here. We keep some like food items here. Over here we have our mini fridge. So we have all of our prepped meals in there and some drinks. We have our rice cooker and our air fryer just sitting here so it's not in the way out in the kitchen. We have all of our Pea Science products, protein bars, cereal. This is our closet. We have some coats in the other room just because we don't have room in here. Jackets and shirts, and I have like 2 bins of candy in there storing. Keep our clothes in this dresser. Brad has all his joggers right here, just random stuff. And then we keep all of our pre-workout, CBD, little like clothing space, like purses, and then my Nespresso out here, so it's not in the way out there. This is kind of just storage. Also kind of taken over this room, which is his other sister's old bedroom. This is kind of like our cookie room. So we have like our background for our Fat and Weird cookie booth. All of these bins are ingredients or just like baking products for testing items at home. And then we keep like our light in here for videos or photos of the cookies. We have our light box for the cookies. This massage table. Just random stuff. But let's go on to our bedroom. This is kind of our living area, living room. So the one upstairs is the one that his parents primarily like use, and I think they've always used it. I'm not sure if that's always been like that or they try to have like, you know, separated their spaces, but they watch TV up there at night. And so this is kind of like a space that we can be, although we're usually in our bedroom. So that's nice that we've had like 2 different living rooms. This is Miley's crate. It was built specially for her because she's an escape artist, so we needed somewhere to put it, and the living room was the only place that it would fit. Huh, girl? Yeah. And this is her food and snacks. And then in this back corner, we have our bathroom on this side, and then our bedroom / office. This is Brad's old high school bedroom, and we kind of moved in here. We have our bed in here, and then Brad built this big like desk to fit Ben's computer and then his computer and monitors. And this is where they work during the day. We've installed an air conditioner because it gets a little bit hot. This side of the house like faces the sun all day long, and so it gets really hot in here. But Miley's little bed is over here in the corner. That's her little safe space. We moved from Houston, and in Houston we had a 4-bedroom, like 2-story, 3,200, I'm so sorry, square foot house. So our master bedroom was like double this size. We had a king bed. So it was definitely like a shift from, you know, having a media room and a huge office into like this. So you kind of have to get used to, you know, not having as much space and kind of like being together in the same room all the time. Let's go look at the bathroom. Oh, this is our calendar for Fat and Weird.
People can't see all that stuff though.
It's secret. Got a bathroom here. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's got a shower, sink, and toilet. Yeah. This is the sunroom area. It's a little bit warmer out here and brighter, and so I do a lot of my work out here. I just bring my computer out here. I do my live videos out here, so a lot of like my Instagram videos I do out here in this room because it's brighter, and then my live videos for my Memories Over Macros program I do right here as well. That's probably one of the most challenging pieces of just like living here for the last year is not only did we have to transition from like our house to camper to this, but we also had to transition into like, we used to work full-time jobs and now we work from home. So it was a lot of balancing and getting used to.
You get sleepy in your eyes. Miley's gonna get jealous and want, yeah. Hey. People ask what is the best part and what's the worst part about living with my parents. I think the best part is, one, I was in the military, so I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my family, so it's nice to be able to spend a little bit of time with them, and we don't pay rent, so that's probably the best part.
Yeah, the best part for me that I've seen throughout this whole year is just that we've had so much support while we were growing our business, or growing Fat and Weird. Brad's parents have their own business and they've been through very similar situations, and so I swear every day we're getting advice from them, and I think that has been a huge blessing.
The hardest part about living with my parents is, I think it's the hardest part about living with anyone, and it's just, especially when you're not paying rent, it's like their house, so it's more like you're guests in their house, so you try not to get in their way, you try not to inconvenience them. Anytime like we do something wrong, like one time I think either Aubrie or I used a red Sharpie and we were writing on a piece of paper that was sitting on the cutting board that I made her for Christmas one year, and it kind of like stained through, and it was like a big deal. So things like that.
You start to it just reminds you of being a kid in your parents' house, which is true. Like you are an adult, but you're still you're living with your elders. So there's just situations that I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like a child.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, you're a guest in someone else's home, so you don't want to take advantage of the situation. It's weird. I'm sure that if you've gone back to stay with your family even for a week during the holidays, it's like that but extended. So
yeah, we didn't really plan on living here this long. So that was, I don't know, it took me a while to process that, about 3 months, and I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize how bad the hurricane affected this area. You can go look it up. My parents still have a tarp in their backyard on their garage out there. My parents don't have a fence still. So there's a lot of damage, and it's a lot worse than people thought. So because of that, it's taken us longer to build our permanent home for Fat and Weird. So we knew that we were going to still have to be in my parents' house for another 8 months. We'd have brought it to almost 2 years. So we've rented a house now. We were supposed to move in Monday, August 5th. And it didn't pass the mold remediation because it had damage from the storm. So we have to wait until it can pass the inspection. So we don't know when we're going to move in.
We're really crossing our fingers for next Monday, which is the 12th. But yeah.
So we wanted to give you a tour of what our living situation has been for the last year, because we're transitioning to a new living situation.
And it's going to be 1,000 times better.
Well, don't say better. That's rude.
Well, I'm really excited about it.
Reading through some of the comments, this is the end of the video, but we're probably going to have to put it at the beginning. People were asking why we're living with our parents. I guess we didn't really think about the fact that some people might not understand why we're here. So background, if you don't watch our YouTube videos or are new, we sold our house in August of 2018 to go on this giant road trip in our camper leaving out of Panama City. And while we were in Toronto, Canada, Hurricane Michael hit, and it literally, probably until about a month ago, there was 2 houses for rent in all of Panama City.
Tons of apartments were demolished. I mean, visibly demolished too.
Yeah, there are a bunch of, if you don't believe me, Google apartments Panama City, and look, and there will be a bunch that are like, sign up for our wait list. We're almost like done with construction. So it's just, that's why we haven't found a place, and the cookie company is here, so that's why we're here. So that's like, I guess, background on why we're living with our parents. We're not just like mooching off of them, I guess, like some people think. Well, I guess the people that actually know us know that we're not doing that. But
yeah, if we had a choice, I mean, we would rent somewhere.
Which is why we found a place. So
I think one of the last YouTube videos we had was like, we might buy a house.
Yeah, we were looking for houses. But the housing market is so inflated because of the hurricane. Like houses that were bought literally a month before the hurricane for like, let's say $240,000 went back onto the market in January at $280,000. So that's like, a 17% increase in house prices. So they've actually predicted that housing prices are going to like drop hardcore here. So it'd be a stupid investment to buy a house.
And then rentals were, if they were like $18.95 before, they were $4,000.
Yeah, the house across
insurance will pay it.
The house across the street just is going to be ready to rent again, and the people that were renting it right after the storm hit, since the house is available, were paying $4,000 a month, and the people before the storm were paying $1,850.
And they were going to
put that into perspective.
And then they were going to charge $2,500, which was like comparable to everyone else in the
right,
city.
but that's just the inflation. That's 33% increase on rent prices. So that's one reason. So yeah, and we're trying to invest all the money back into the cookie company. We're trying to grow it. So we've been, saving money. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. So
every penny.
Yeah. So I wanted to address that. Maybe I'll put it at the beginning.
Well, it wasn't a common question. People were like, wait, why are you living with your parents? Because I'm going to be 29. He's 32. So it's like, why?
And I'm petting Miley over here. That's why I keep looking over here. And you may hear her snore.
Yeah.
But what other questions were there? Some people said just like, what's the most challenging part? And I think we addressed a lot of that. And it's just, like I said, it's being in someone else's home. But yeah, we'll show you the new place soon. Hopefully in the next week or so.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me look at the
It'll be pretty bare because we don't have any furniture because we sold it all. And we plan on being very minimal in our furniture.
Yes, when we moved from Houston and when we sold our house, like we had only lived there for 3 years. Just the two of us. Like no one else. And we filled that house up with just stuff that is meaningless and cost nothing when you go to resell it.
Yeah, I think it's like it really hits you hard when you go to like sell, like let's just say like I had nice shoes, like super nice Cole Haans that were like $300. And you go to sell them and like at a garage sale, someone's like, how much? And I was like, oh, $10. And they were like, no, and they put them down. And it's like you realize this value that you put on things, it's just not worth it. So, I mean, that's why when people ask me all the time, where do you get your shirts? Like PacSun, because they're like $5-10. We do have some nicer workout clothes, but like we keep that stuff forever.
I do purchase a lot of workout clothes,
but I mean, we like legitimately live in that stuff. I think sometimes you take a step back and just like look at your material things and you say, like, what is the true value of those? You associate a lot of like emotional and
for me it's a lot of like memories, like my mom bought it or my mom made it or those kind of things. So I have a hard time letting go of those things, but I would, even right now we're like purging things before we even move into the rental because there's been stuff sitting in our storage unit for a year and we haven't even touched it, like clothing and shoes and
which we plan on selling a lot of that. So if you want to fill up on our old stuff, then go for it.
But that's what we're going through right
now. So that's kind of like the discussion we want to talk about. So really, we were looking for apartments before now, and we just couldn't find anything, especially for a reasonable price. Probably within the last month, things are coming back on. It just shows you, like, my parents still, like I said, have a tarp on the roof, no fence, damage to the outside of their house. And it hasn't been fixed.
We weren't even really thinking of renting. We really weren't. Like, it hadn't even crossed our mind. We were going to be here until our place is built above the cookie kitchen in 8 months, 9 months or whatever. But the house across the street went up for rent. There was like a for rent sign. So we were like looking into it because we were like, oh, that'd be an easy move. We just walk across the street with our stuff. And then we realized that maybe it was a little bit like overpriced for what that house is. So we started looking more. So then we just got into, this is a really good idea.
Yeah, we weren't even going to do any of that, like backtrack. We bought that land back in like February. And everyone's like, 8 months from when you get that land, we'll have you a building, which would be like 2 months from now that we would have the building. Technically, it'd be like, yeah. And so like we would have been able just to hold out. But now it's like, we're probably 8 months from now because we just now are getting like towards permitting and stuff like that. So that's another reason. So I don't know. I guess this is a lot of life update, and I feel like we're just rambling about our situation. But
everything happens for a reason. Everything is supposed to be the way it is right now. So,
but yeah, Mitchell took a job with my parents, so he's going to be moving down here, and he's going to live with us. So he'll be staying in the house that we got. There's a possibility that someone else is coming to live with us. So yeah, that's the situation. We're going to be super minimal, and I guess that's probably it, isn't it?
You're going to love it.
Is that it for this video?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Don't forget to like,
comment,
share,
subscribe. You're worth it.